I'm just saying, if we had better things to do, I would have been here a bit quicker. But, wars and all that fun stuff. Actually, it was quite boring.
Oh, really?
Yes, I first started with a family, beautiful mother, a lovely father, and a mother. And I drove the father insane and waited to see which person he would strangle first, either the daughter or the mother. But then it transpired into one insane person to the next. And eventually we got a war, which I was not very fond of. So you're lucky I got here a bit quicker.
Yes, I'm well aware of your fascination with individual chaos.
Oh, it's very fun to watch them go insane.
I'm sure it is. Now then, I need to discuss some things with you about this planet.
Ah, yes, Earth. One of the worst, worthless pieces of trash in the universe. Lovely. There better be a good reason why we're here.
Well, one, the Astrals seem to have such a keen interest in this place.
The Astrals have reasoning for Earth? Of all things, this planet is a waste of space. It should have been destroyed years ago, in my opinion.
Well, they have an interest in this planet due to Lunar and other beings that have tangled with star power.
I have heard of this Lunar. Why is it so interesting for us?
Well, he's manipulatable, for one.
Oh, I like that very much.
I was able to convince him to stray off the path of positive star power and find out what he can do on his darker side. But
Straying off the path.
eventually he came to his senses and, well, the fun stopped, sadly.
Well, then it seems like you called alongside the right person for this job. If you want some fun, I've been looking for something a bit more interesting.
Also, sadly, his powers were taken away from him.
Well,
Libra.
so are you telling me I won't have as much fun with this individual?
Sadly not. But I'm sure you'll still have fun torturing him.
I guess I can take you up on the offer.
Wonderful. Now, there is a couple of other things I need to go over with you.
Oh, yes. More to the deal. I figured there wasn't just a simple go make someone insane sort of ideal.
Yes. Well, for one, I am more actively being pursued than usual by the Astrals.
Someone get on their bad side.
Oh, well, when you tamper with their pupil in Lunar, they get quite upset. Though, I believe at this point they all quite dislike him.
Well, then that might work in our favor.
Yes, but since they're no longer focusing on him, it gives them more time to focus on me.
Well, at least I'm not the one they're after for once.
Oh, lucky you. But there's also the recent addition to my little infected menagerie. There's an individual on this planet known as the Creator. A human that turned himself into a giant floating brain for some unforeseeable reason.
So you're telling me the waste of space on this planet actually did something?
Well, he tried to. The Astrals tended to get in his way see. But now that he's one of us, he has exactly what he wanted, and for now, unless he grows stronger, he listens to everything I tell him. But he's off torturing other members of Lunar's family. But
So
that
this
also,
is where I step in.
yes, that leads other thoughts towards me. But basically what you need to do is try and draw their attention away from me.
And what do I get in return? Obviously, I get to see the joy of watching a poor sap's mind slowly crack under pressure. But there's got to be a little bit more that you're willing to offer.
If we can get Lunar to fully crack, if he is weak enough, I can make him into one of us, fully. And I believe that'll please Cetis quite much.
I do quite like the idea of having more of us. More corruption around these wasteful planets.
From what I saw of Lunar's powers when he was tampering with his darker side, it seems he has the ability to make unnatural weather phenomenon, which could prove quite useful for causing mayhem and despair amongst new planets.
If anything, it would be a lovely combo. Surfacing ourselves with weather destruction like tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes.
Oh, it'd be wonderful. And with how emotionally unstable Lunar is as one of us, his powers would be quite adept.
And add in a bit of insanity. It would be perfect.
Yes, with your guidance, I'm sure he'll be everything we hope for and more. But it likely won't be as easy as we'd like.
And why is that?
Well, Lunar isn't completely incapable. He is aware of our presence and what we do, though he doesn't know of your powers in specific. He does know how to avoid us. I'm not sure how far your influence will reach.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Correct. Not to mention, even if the Astrals do dislike him, they're still keeping an eye on him. He needs to prove himself to them as something in order to get his powers back. And since they're keeping a passive eye on him if we choose the wrong time, well, you might be caught. My creator recently had an encounter with Gemini. Left him quite uncomfortable. But nothing more.
Well, then I'll make sure not to do the same mistake.
Yes, it'd be far worse for you.
I'll make sure to strike when the iron's hot.
Yes. I'll make sure that the creator does something to draw their attention, and I will assist him in so. In the meantime, you'll need to go directly to Lunar and do what you do, Carrion.
It will be a very fun introduction.
I'm sure it will. It always is with you.
I very much look forward to it.
Yes. Now, pray tell, what do you think of this planet? I know you believe it to be backwater garbage, which you're not incorrect, but there are pieces of value. For one, the population here is quite large.
It would make for a very good place to cause lots of insanity.
And not to mention as well, there's so many humans that already generate so much negative star power with the heinous actions they do. Genocide, environmental, waste disposal, etc., etc. Things that just lead closer and closer to this planet's inevitable end, and they do nothing to stop it. Or they try, but it's not nearly enough.
And for those who try, I think I can put a hand on that and make sure they stop.
Yes. Well, I'm sure if you do what you do, they will leave a gift for those that cause all those problems.
I wouldn't mind watching this backwater planet finally see its demise. It's been here for too long, left untouched for too long.
Yes, it has. But we can't go rushing things. If there's still benefit to be drawn from this planet, we need to continue to do so.
I agree. But taking a few thousand or million lives probably wouldn't change anything.
Likely not much. I mean, they do that pretty consistently.
Where one person falls, another is born.
Yes. Ugh, the incessant spawning of the humans on this planet sickens me. But, yes, there's benefit to be drawn from this garbage planet, whether it be Lunar or the power it'll generate. I would
Regardless,
say,
it's gonna be a lovely place to make base for now.
yes. And these animatronics that are around, there's so much wrong with them.
Should I work on them first? Would be fun.
No, they'll do it themselves. Focus on Lunar. He's the one we want.
Then he's the one I will get.
Beautiful. Well, I believe that's all, Carrion.
Make sure to let me know exactly when everything will happen, Rez.
Of course I will.
This should be a lot of fun.
Yes. Yes, it should be. Well, Lunar, we may meet again very soon. Oh, I see that Jack arrived where the Creator sent him. Wonderful. More lambs to the slaughter.